Coach Cook, head boys basketball coach at Hamilton Heights Christian Academy. And you know I'm always locked in with my brothers, Rel and Wood, with Power Forward.
What's up, y'all? It's Rico White. Y'all locked in with Rel and Wood, and this is the Power Forward Podcast.
Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy AJ, Jizzle, Money, Bubba, whatever you want to call me. I'm a professional basketball player. Support my boy Rel and Wood podcast. It's gonna be elite. I'm telling you now.
What's up, world? Kendrick Tate, aka KTZ. Yo, when I power forward, it's got to be with Rail and Wood.
Welcome back to Power Forward with your boys, Rail and Wood.
Hey, what's going on out there? As y'all can see, another special guest, man, the left-handed assassin, Ronrico White.
What's up, man? What's up?
What's going on? Hey, man, before we get started, man, what was your most embarrassing moment on the basketball court?
That's tough, man. I think I got caught. I got caught one time. I was definitely in the picture. I was in the picture.
Oh no! It was
but like it wasn't no body to body. You know what I'm saying? But if the right picture was taken,
yeah,
I'm on the poster. But I say that'll be it right there.
Dang. Hey man, it happened to the best of y'all. It didn't happen to me.
It do, man. It do. But you gotta roll with the punches sometimes, man, and keep it moving.
Definitely. So, Ronrico, man, go on and tell us your story. I know your story is real unique, especially from like where you're born, but I'll let you tell all that. You go ahead.
Well, I mean, I was born overseas. You talked about, I think you talked about my dad a little bit. He was hooping over there for 15 years. So kind of unique, you know what I'm saying, childhood growing up, you know, visiting, you know, different countries and whatnot. Then, of course, settled in Knoxville, Tennessee, on the west side. Me, my brother, my mom, my dad, just growing up, you know, getting accustomed to everything, having to learn, you know what I'm saying, how to speak English because my first language was Spanish, but grew up Knoxville, Tennessee, went to, you know, Bearden High School, best high school in the city.
Whoa.
What?
You a guest, so I'm gonna treat you like a guest. Go ahead, sir.
Played college basketball at UTC. Enjoyed myself there. Had a great time there. Just recently started, you know, my third year coaching college basketball. Enjoying that. I'm in Murray State right now, so you know, starting overseas, ending up in Murray, Kentucky, you know, you can never script that, but I'm blessed. I'm happy to be where I'm at.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, Coach, man, what was it like? You know, you said you were overseas, so I would imagine you were somewhere near, you know, were y'all in Spain?
Yeah, close to Madrid, one of those, you know, cities on the outskirts. But yeah, I was in Spain, man. It was lovely. That's the place where I remember the most. I was the oldest during that time, so it was lovely. I still got a couple friends over there that we, you know, talk, you know, Instagram, whatever it may be. But you know, I enjoyed myself over there.
What I wanted to know was, did you start playing basketball over there?
Yeah, I mean, watching my dad play at the games there, have, you know, a whole bunch of camps and stuff going on. That was the first time I really, you know, got introduced to basketball. But of course, got a lot more serious when I got to the States.
Cool.
Definitely. So, I mean, what your dad played for 3 NBA teams to end up overseas?
Yeah, he was drafted by the Bulls, then went to the Knicks and ended up with the Warriors.
Man, that was an experience.
Yeah, I've asked him a couple stories. He's got a couple cool Jordan stories that he's told me. One I'll tell y'all. I think they were out shopping one time. My dad was like his rookie. So like anything he needed, he'd be like, "Rook, come on, let's go," or something like that. Right. So they went like, I think he went suit shopping. Yeah, he went suit shopping one time, and he was like, Jordan was like, "Rook, pick out a suit, man. I got you, man. Just pick out something to wear, and I got you." So that was one of the coolest stories I heard from him. Just, Of course, you watch the documentary, you see how cutthroat Jordan is.
Yeah.
But
He's a psycho.
yeah, but that's why he's who he is.
For sure. So growing up, man, who did you kind of idolize or kind of pattern? You say you maybe patterned your game after some.
Well, man, I will say, I mean, the person who I watched most, of course, was my brother, Tony White Jr. He's one of the best, I've seen play the game, and I watched film of my dad as well. My brother watched Allen Iverson a lot. My game was nothing like Allen Iverson. My brother's game, he had the ISO moves, he had the isolation, all that. But I honestly just tried to take a few pieces from a lot of players and try to implement that into my game. My dad said I was the best all-around player in the family. He was the bucket getter for sure. So nobody got a bucket like him.
Right.
My brother was the best PG, hands down. And I pride myself on trying to do everything on the court.
Sure.
So one-on-one, the last time y'all played, who won between you and your brother and your dad?
Man, the crazy thing is we didn't play a lot.
Yeah.
I think I only played my dad once, and it was when I was a lot older. Of course, okay, so I'll just go ahead and say I won. And then me and my brother one time I think we played a game. It was like after pickup one day in high school. He came home from college, man, and we played like 5 games. All right, 5 games. And I'm not gonna say who won. I got the better of him. I'm not gonna say who won, but it was real competitive, man. It was a good time. I honestly wish we would have played more.
Yeah.
I honestly wish we would have played more, but it is what it is. I learned so much from him and my dad.
For sure. I could imagine that y'all kind of fed off each other. What it sounds like. Sound like y'all all fed off of each other's competitive nature and wanting to be better people.
We were real competitive with one another, but we were happy to see each other kind of exceed, each other's aspirations. So, like my brother, it's weird because, I was a water boy for my brother's high school team, so I was with him along that ride, and I was just able to see his focus and his mental preparation, and I just wanted to try to match that or exceed it. So, he was scored however many points. I wanted to do the best that I could, and then he lost in the state tournament, the first round, and I was like, okay, I got to get there, and I got to exceed that. I got to get to the championship. Luckily, we were able to do that. I had a great team, a whole bunch of great teammates, and we were able to do that. We couldn't close the deal though. Lost to a great Craigmont team, but same thing with college. Tried to match and exceed each other, but you know what I'm saying? It was never no jealousy, I want you to lose or anything like that. We just all tried to help each other, and it was great.
Since you went ahead and touched on high school, go on, tell us about them 4 crazy years at Bearden, man.
Man, it was honestly great, man. Coach, it was a lot of, talk about Coach Blevins, and, it was a lot coming from the outside and what they thought of him. Maybe they didn't like him, but he was great for our team, great for the people that he coached. He coached us like we were all getting ready for college, so a lot of parents and people don't understand that. Like, it's a lot of accountability, a lot of, hard work, and he wasn't just going to let you slide on any detail. So with that being said, coming to college, I was one of the ones that was most accustomed and I easily adjusted to how college was ran because I've been doing it for 4 years in high school. You know what I'm saying? We had great talent, great players. I could go on: Blake, DeMonte, Nate, Todd, Dion, Will, Dustin. So it's like getting those guys to work together, getting a group of individuals to come together as a team is not easy, especially in high school when you don't have the amount of time that you have in college. But I think he did a great job in and helping us prepare us for the next level. It wasn't just about high school, because, you know, each of us could have probably went to somewhere else with, you know, in the city and had better numbers, but we may not have won as much. So it was great. I still talk to Coach Blevins to this day. He's one of the great influences in my life.
Man, shout out to Coach Blevins, man.
For sure.
Hey, Rico, since you being modest, I got it pulled up. 132 wins, 12 losses while at Bearden.
Yeah, man. It was, like I said, it was accountability. We had a lot of talent, a lot of great players. Just named a few of them, but we had to hold each other accountable. My junior and senior year, we may not have had the most talent. You know, we may not have had the most talented team, but how we played together, how we played hard for one another, you know, kind of equal wins in that aspect.
So how was the Oak Hill experience?
I'll just talk about the first one. The second one wasn't as much fun. The first one was fun, man. The atmosphere was crazy. It was like 4 deep on the baseline, people standing up on the sidelines, you know, people in the entry. It was packed, man. It was hot in that gym, but it was crazy. But it was, I mean, a testament to, you know, those older guys who kind of set the foundation for us. Like, we don't get to play Oak Hill without, you know, the Alex Olivers, the Tony White Juniors, and, you know, Jared Carnes and all those other guys whose jerseys are up in that rafter. We don't get to play those guys without, you know, them, without what they did for the school. So that was kind of a testament to that. That was like a build up to, you know, being nationally ranked, but we don't get that without those other guys. So,
right.
But that was a fun game, man. It was close. I think we lost by like 7 or something like that. I'm not sure, but those were some dudes over there, man. Those were some dudes. But it was a fun atmosphere, fun game. I was a little sophomore, just kind of get my feet wet. But man, that was a fun game.
I was at that game, bro.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I was at both of them games, man. I remember.
Like I said, we only talk about the first one. We don't talk about the second one.
But no, let me ask you this, though. I got to ask you something about the second one. The second one, if I'm not mistaken, do you remember their team in it? You remember some of their roster and all that?
Yeah, Jordan Adams.
Yeah, okay. I was going to ask you about Jordan Adams.
Well, he was my matchup. All right, and
that's
he
my
was
guy,
a problem.
Man. He was a problem.
He was a problem because, like, his size, he could handle the basketball. He had fluidity on the wing, and like he was just bigger than me. There was nothing I could do about it. You know what I'm saying? I still fought tooth and nail trying to, you know, make his shots difficult. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta chalk toss your hat up to him, man. He performed.
For sure, man. That's one of my guys, man. I started coaching basketball in Atlanta with the Atlanta Celtics. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the kids that I met through the journey of the Atlanta Celtics, man. Wood, I seen that dude go crazy in the Nationals. About 12 years old, dropped about 30 in Division I, man. Out there going crazy. And you remember that's when the Nationals used to be crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You go to AAU Nationals, bro, and it might be 100 teams in your age group, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's how it was.
With 3 you could only have 3 grade exceptions.
Yeah.
Hey, you could tell.
Some people probably had more, but we ain't talking about it.
For sure. For sure.
Man got a full beard out here. You ain't 13, bro.
Hey, that used to be the boy. Hey, man, there was some good times, man. So, but I was gonna ask you, did you play any AAU?
Yeah, I played my dad growing up, but once we got older, played with the Tennessee Travelers. I don't even know if that's an organization anymore. I think they moved to Kentucky, and then
they stopped.
Yeah. Rico was on that team. It was Lester, Dre, Alex Cross. Yeah.
Okay. Lopez, Galen Campbell.
Yeah.
Oh, you right there with Lopez.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hold on, Rico, what class were you?
2011.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, you know who Takel Cotton is?
I know of him, but I don't know him.
Right. Dude
Yeah,
played with Wichita State.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my guys, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's one of my guys, man. But but yeah, man, that's what's up though, man. I didn't know he played with the Travelers, coach.
Mhm.
Yeah, all of us was riding that train at one time, man.
Yeah, man. Wood, I gotta tell a quick story about Wood, man. Wood was on the older team, and this I'll tell y'all like the first time I met Wood. I watched him play. Of course, he was on the older team. You just a year. I think you're a year older than me, right?
Yeah, year.
So I didn't know who he was, but watching him play, it didn't matter whether they were up 30 or down 30. Okay, he's going to be the hardest playing dude on the floor, talking defensively.
Yeah.
And if he gets a wide open corner three, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It don't matter.
Bruce
And then
Bowen.
he
It
gonna
was
talk
going in.
junk. He gonna talk junk and pick up 94. So that was my first impression of Wood on the court. And then of course we have some, common friends. You know what I'm saying? Off the court as well. So that was like a seamless transition.
Yeah.
Man, thinking about that group that some of your teammates had bearded, man. I think that was a close-knit group, I like to say, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Like we all, of course, I knew Blake because my dad played with his dad at UT.
Right.
So growing up, I knew I'm forgetting Gabe Campbell as well.
Yeah.
Galen's brother. So me and Galen, we grew up playing together. Selma Green, Cal Johnson, me and Dion, the same thing. And then of course Blake, DeMonte, Gabe, and Nate, they played with Fred Jenkins on that AAU team.
Right.
Yeah,
The Flight.
AAU team. Yeah, the flight as Selma Green, Cal Johnson. So they would play, and then what I'm saying, they would get done with their game, like growing up, and then what I'm saying, we get on the court. So it was cool to see like we were separate like then, but then we came together at Bearden. So it's like we all knew of each other.
For sure, man. For sure.
Hey man, what was those practices like, Rico?
Competitive.
Yeah.
Competitive. You had to bring it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sophomore. I'm guarding Gabe. Gabe and Blake, and Gabe built like a man when he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
Blake was 6'7", talented. You know what I'm saying? So it matured me. It matured me very quickly because you had to bring it every day. But I love the competitive, the way practice was, and it was fun.
Definitely. Go ask your rival question, Jay. I know you about to.
Hey, you already know I'm about to hit him with, man. Who was your rival, man, in high school? Somebody you like to get up for? I'm talking about a personal, a player, not a team.
Player for me was definitely Tukey, hands down. I was going to talk about him when we was kind of talking about Jordan Adams. He was very similar matchup for me in that aspect because, like, there was little that he couldn't do on the court. You know what I'm saying? He can handle the basketball. He could post up, shoot the three. He could defend. So I always got up for that game because I knew it was going to be physical. I knew he was going to try to guard me.
Oh, yeah.
And he knew I was going to try to guard him. So it was like them games was fun. And then sometimes Jarrell would guard me, but he would foul me. He would foul me, and he would be in foul trouble. So I would get him. Out. He athletic, crazy, but it was fun, man. I would definitely say, Philip Tukey Stanford, man.
For sure, man. For sure. Hey, man. So, how did it feel, man? A couple years later, after you guys leave and kind of set a precedent and put the program at a certain point, to see another little group that's near and dear to my heart come through Bearden and actually win the state championship. How did that feel, man?
Man, I was hyped, man. I got real close with Quez, like during that process. Well, actually, it started when I graduated college.
Right.
I came back, and that next year they were freshmen.
Right.
So seeing them, I used to run like little workouts and like little camps and stuff like that, and they would be there. So like seeing them progress and get better, I knew the sky was going to be the limit. I knew that this group was going to be the group. I knew they were going to get there. All right. So I wasn't worried about them getting there. Just matchups and everything, just depending on how that was. I knew they was going to get there, but I was happy, man. I texted Quez. I was happy for him. I was a big Drew Pember fan. Trent's a killer. I hope he's doing his thing at UNC Asheville. I was happy because like it was something that I wasn't able to do, but I still wanted that for, even if Coach Blevins wasn't there, I wanted him to be there to experience that. But he wasn't. I still wanted them guys to go get it because, I mean, Wood knows we hear about Memphis all the time, and
Yeah.
Knoxville, we don't have the talent or whatever it may be, but for them to get there, multiple years,
Yeah.
and then finally pull it through their senior year, I was hyped for them, man. Wasn't a hate bone in my body. I was ready to see them win it.
Man, for sure, man. The cool part for me is that some of those guys that were playing in that game for Memphis, basically Quez and Trent and Shaq and all those guys, they grew up playing against those guys.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to finally, you know how it is when you used to go down to the AAU state and play the Memphis War Eagles and the Memphis YMCA and all them boys, how stacked they used to be.
Old kids on there.
Man, what? But in Memphis, it's they have to be a great exception to play on the team.
Yeah. Look, if you ain't no great exception, you can't even play.
Yeah, we don't even accept regular players, man. You got to be a great exception if you want to roll with us, bro. But
exactly, and it was kind of the same thing with us. Like losing that Craig Mount team, we lost to Riley Edith the day before. Chris Jones, Bobby Ray Parks, Adonis Thomas. Like those were guys that we grew up playing as well. Finding out that Chris Jones was 3 years older than us. Like,
how are you so old?
What can we do about that? But those were like we battled those same experiences. You know what I'm saying? Those guys beating up on us. Growing up, and then them the same way. I was, like I said, man, I can't explain how much joy I had watching them win it and bring that gold ball back to, West Knoxville. I mean, I know Jalen did it multiple times at Fulton. So it ain't like the gold ball ain't been in Knoxville, but
yeah,
good. It was good to see another maroon school get it done.
I got you.
Hey Rico, since you said the name, man, I gotta ask you about that story. Was you on that team with it was Lester, it was Dre with Adonis playing against Adonis? The tip-off story.
Tip-off story.
Oh man.
Hold on. Is that? Did they throw a lob right out there?
He won the tip. He beat Lester for the tip.
Oh, and he dunked on him.
He dunked on Lester.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute, man. But yeah, I remember that. But that's one way to get the game started right there. But
I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was rough, man. It was some rough years, man. Rough years. Because Lester think he can out-jump everybody.
Yeah.
He probably could, but you're
Right.
gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught sometime.
Man, they said he got him. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, man.
For sure, man. So man, after Bearden, man, so we, you have a good career at Bearden. What was next?
So I got a scholarship to play at Tennessee Chattanooga, which a great school, a great program, in the Southern Conference, which kind of a rival school to where my brother went to. My brother went to the College of Charleston, Same school. They were in the conference. They're in another conference now, but played there for 4 years. Battled through some injuries, but had a great career. Played 2 years for John Strowman. The other 2 I played for Will Wade, who's now LSU coaching. But had a good college career. I don't want to say great or anything, but had a good college career.
Really good one. Hey, so walk us through your recruitment. How did that go?
Man, it really wasn't that crazy. I got letters and a lot of things throughout high school, of course, like a lot of high school athletes do. But the best thing for me was I got a lot of exposure, one with AAU, but also with high school, because during summers with the high school camps, you know what I'm saying, we going to different colleges. We playing the best teams, you know, at different colleges, and then going to another camp. So we would go to Ole Miss camp every year, and that's all the Memphis schools. Went to Mississippi State, Clemson, Virginia Tech, Belmont. I think that's it. But being able to do that, getting a lot of exposure, kind of helped me, you know, not just AAU, not just, you know, high school during the season, but that definitely helped me. But I only had a couple offers. I had Radford early, then the coach got fired, and so that kind of went away. I had a chance for Virginia Tech, but it was an offer I had to go to prep school first.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't really feeling that at the time, but it really wasn't that crazy. The thing that drew me to Chattanooga the most was the head coach did the recruiting. Now I know a lot of people don't know about college recruiting, but you know, usually you get, you know, recruited heavy by one of the assistants, and then the head coach will come in late to see you. But nah, it was the head coach the entire time. So that was like, oh, okay, he's serious. So, like I said, it wasn't that crazy, but I was definitely blessed to have that opportunity.
So they offer what, senior year or junior?
The summer going into my senior year.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Getting to do what a lot of guys don't get to do, man.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing. And the thing that, you know, of course, everybody wants to go to the highest level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not shooting down any dreams at all. I feel like if you're good enough, you can get there, try and get there. But also with that being said, you got to find the right fit. You got to find the right coach, find the right program, because you can get to a high major. Of course, they're going to try to recruit over you to try to get better players. That's why you got to constantly work your butt off. That's at any level. Got to find the right fit. And then whether that's mid-major, high major, low major, whatever it may be, if a coach is going to let you rock out, that's where you need to be. Because if you're trying to make it to the next level, you're not going to make it to the next level sitting on the bench.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So pros, they come and find you these days. The scouts, they come and find you. I mean, there's numerous mid-major guys in the league now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to explain, you know, the Stephs, the Dames, you know, Kawhi, so on and so on. So if you're good enough, they're going to find you. You ain't got to be at XYZ college.
Man, I love that, man. That's good. That's real talk right there, Wood.
Yeah, it is. It is. So fast forward to now where you're going to recruit kids and look at kids. What is your goal or mindset like going into it?
I'll say it's a lot of talented kids, talented kids everywhere. So the main thing you really got to focus on and getting to know a kid is, you know, kind of trying to find out their mindset. How serious are you about, you know what I'm saying, playing basketball and being really good at basketball? You know, we say it all the time here, like, you're not coming to Murray State for the nightlife. You know what I'm saying? You coming to Murray State because of the tradition of winning.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you know it's going to be basketball. Of course, academics as well. We student athletes here, but You know, you come in here to be a student athlete. It's basketball. All that other stuff is you're gonna have to wait. So mindset is definitely the most important thing. You know, of course, the length, the athleticism, how well you shoot it, your IQ. You know, that's every coach looks at that. Mindset is one of the main things we try to focus on.
For sure, man. So, Coach, man, what would you tell the prospects that are out there that are, you know, they don't have any offers right now? You know what I'm saying? They a sophomore, maybe entering their junior year. They don't have offers right now. What would you tell them? You know,
Keep your head down and keep working. I know that's cliche, but that's all you can really focus on. You know what I'm saying? This year is definitely tough with the COVID situation. So it's a little bit different, you know, coaches not being able to go out and see you in person. All right, but you can still buy the online packages where we watch on TV. So we still watching. You know what I'm saying? So and once you get your opportunity, all the hard work that you put in, you got to perform. All right, so keep your head down and keep working. All right, all the other stuff, all the accolades, all the the offers are gonna come, but if you're not putting in the proper work that you need to, on the front end, you can't expect, what I'm saying, XYZ offers on the back end, because that's not how it works.
Especially if you ain't putting that work in.
sure.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, I know it sounds cliche, but you don't have your offer your sophomore year, that's fine. I don't even think I got an offer till, what I'm saying, junior year, midway junior year. So, what I'm saying, the offers are gonna come, but you just gotta be patient. All right.
So
we always say focus on the process. All right. So what are you doing day in, day out, to get that end result that you want? Be process based, not results based.
right. So, Coach, I'm speaking from the IG world, man. They want the offers right now. I want the offer right now, Coach. I'm in the 8th and 9th grade. What's up, Coach? You ain't taking
Man,
me serious? Murray State, what's up? I can hoop.
the crazy thing is, man, like offering kids in the 7th and 8th grade, who knows where you're gonna be at by the time that kid graduates high school? You know what I'm saying? So really, it's just a relationship base. You want to build a relationship with the kid and the family, you know what I'm saying, when they become recruitable prospects. And then I don't think we've offered anybody. I think we've offered a couple juniors and maybe a few sophomores. That's the youngest we probably went, because, who knows where anybody will be. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
That's a good point. I mean, we done all seen it to where it was like, man, it was a kid that was so good, man. He was so good. But you get to seeing you don't know where this kid is.
yeah.
Like, especially AAU, man, it's been so many kids that are like, man, this kid, I remember when we was 13, he was doing this, but it's like, man, where did this kid end up going?
Man, I got a story. It was a kid in Nashville that was #1 player in Kawan's new class, I think, when they was like 12 years old, right? Bro, he playing tight end for Vanderbilt right now.
Yeah.
And he might be like the 2nd string tight end.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it was with my class, man.
I'm being real.
Yeah. It was a team out of Texas. It was Jackson Jeffcoat. He ended up going to Texas. He was #1. They had won like 2 or 3 nationals back to back. I mean, they had all the gear. TGS Express, I think, is what they was. He ended up playing defensive tackle for Texas.
It's crazy. So, Coach, man, tell me how you started. How did you get into coaching?
Jeez. Man, it was really weird. I was working in Chattanooga. When I graduated, I moved back home, trying to play professionally overseas. It didn't work out. So I moved back to Chattanooga. My first coach, John Shulman, helped me get a job, just logistics job, working, really 7 to 5, 8 to 5, whatever it may be. But he knew I wanted to coach the whole time, but it ain't nothing shake. So, what I'm saying, I got to I got to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? I got to get a job. So I did that for like a year, maybe almost a full calendar year. And then I get a call from him, just a random call. He don't call me that much. So I know when he called me, it's about something.
Right.
So he called me. He was like, hey, you still want to coach, right? I was like, you know it. And he was like, well, hey, I may have this opportunity for you. It's at Emory and Henry. It's in like Southwest Virginia. It was like, I was just like, hey, if you can get it, I'm gonna take it. So I didn't care where it was at. It was it's a Division III program. They're actually going Division II in a couple of years. But it was crazy because the head coach for that program, David Wilson, he coached against me when I was in college when he was at Furman. So he kind of knew of me. And then he knew Coach Schulman very well, and he kind of vouched for me. And that once I got that opportunity, I did everything from the top assistant coach, everything down to manager. You know what I'm saying? Washing clothes and everything. It was good because I was able to do everything. Where as if I started like at maybe a high major and been a GA, I probably would have been doing graphics and stuff like that. But that experience, you know, being at that Division III, helped me get my next job at Gardner Webb, which was an assistant coach. So one of the positive things was that whole year during scouting, I did personnel. You know what I'm saying? I'm breaking down, all right, this is what this player does, XYZ, this is what this big does, XYZ, on and on. So I get that call from Coach Kraft, which John Schumann knows as well. Yeah, he the juice, by the way, John Schumann the juice. He knew him as well. And like he calls me, he was like, hey, we got this spot open. I want you to come down and interview. Do you think you could do like a personnel scout, you know, kind of similar to what you did? I was like, yeah, I did that this whole year. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that experience that I got, you know, at Emory and Henry helped me get that job. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably 20, 25, 26, you know what I'm saying? D1 assistant coach. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was major. I was blessed with that opportunity at Emory and Henry. Same thing at Gardner Webb, and now, you know, Murray State.
Man, that's big, man.
Yeah, it is.
You're making me proud, Coach. You know, I'm gonna say it again. I say it all the time, man. I just get a kick out of seeing people that look like me do big things, bro.
For sure.
Saying just real people, man. You got a real story that anybody can connect with, man, but especially another coach could, you know what I mean? So, man,
sure.
shout out to you, bro.
Appreciate that.
So how long you been at Murray State, though?
This is my second year.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, I don't have any job stories.
All right,
I will say this.
Go ahead.
I will say this about Ja. He is a cool dude, man. He's down to earth. I met him a couple times, and he's, you know, just talks to me, hollers at me like I've known him forever. You know what I'm saying? So he a cool dude. Loves to give back to the players, you know, knowledge, whatever it may be. So he's still friends with these dudes. So it's not like trying to contact Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's still down to earth. He's still a cool dude. So shout out to Ja.
Yeah.
Man, shout out, man. What can we expect from y'all this year, man? Tell us about y'all team this year.
Man, hopefully we get to play some games if COVID, mind its business. But we got like half of our team, most of our returners coming back. So I expect a veteran team that, you know what I'm saying, is motivated off rip. You know what I'm saying? There's you know, teams get preseason projected higher than us. We don't really, you know, care about that. But it's gonna be a fun year if we can play some basketball this year.
For sure, man. I love that conference y'all play in, man.
Oh yeah.
I love that conference. You know, like a lot of kids get caught up in, and you know, of course, wanting to play at your Dukes and your Kentuckys and all that kind of stuff. But Man, that conference that y'all playing has a lot of pageantry, man. It's a lot of competition. It's a little tough environments. What's the toughest environment you think in the OVC?
Yeah, most definitely. If you can, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you can go play Duke in Kentucky, by all means, go do it.
Yeah.
But there's some tough teams, you know, in this conference. You know, Belmont, you know, traditionally, you know, really good. You know, Austin Peay's been on the upswing as here of late. But it's Jacksonville State's a good program. There's a lot of good programs in here, and the thing I love about Murray State is like when we go on the road, we'll watch games on film, and there may not be a lot of fans in the stands, okay, but when Murray State walks in there, it's like everybody's national championship. The fans gonna be there, it's gonna be rocking, and you love that. Like as a player, you gotta love that going in. No matter what, playing in front of filled arenas, no matter where you are,
Right.
it's fun. You got a target on your back, so you got to show up every night.
Definitely.
So where would you say the toughest place to play is on the road in that conference? I mean, from what you saw last year.
From what I saw last year, I don't know, man. I would probably say Austin Peay, simply because it's close in proximity, so our fans are able to get down there as well.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a packed house. You know, of course, you know, it's 75% them, but you know that 25%, you know what I'm saying, is Murray State and it's rocking. So I would definitely say that they got us at their place last year. So it'll definitely be a fun time if we're able to get back down there and play.
That's the thing about y'all fans. Y'all fans are definitely gonna travel.
Yeah, we played UT last year, and they was there, so they travel, and we love that.
For sure, man. If we able to get out here and play, do y'all have any heavy hitters that are still on the schedule as far as outside of conference play?
Heavy hitters. Nah, we weren't really able to. We had some things in the works, but the season got pushed back, so that kind of messed up everything.
Right.
Then expanded the conference schedule, so we're playing more conference games this year. So that moving that schedule up kind of messed up what we had on the back end of the non-conference. So honestly, the schedule that we originally had, we had to like completely change that non-conference schedule. So hopefully we push those games back a year or two, and we're still able to play those in the future.
For sure, man. So is it true this year? How is it working? Somebody was telling me that for like kids that are playing JUCO basketball this year, they basically they're not gonna lose this year, right?
Correct.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird deal. It's kind of like changing, kind of like monthly. So, I would think this year like won't count against. So if you're a sophomore, you can be a sophomore again next year, whether you play redshirt, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? You can be a sophomore again next year. That's in college as well. So, it's going to be weird how they deal. They haven't really talked about how they're going to deal with the high school seniors coming out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have more scholarship players than what you've ever had. So they haven't really went into great detail about that. So we're still trying to figure that out as well.
I mean, that's gonna be a good selling pitch, because it's like, well, I mean, I don't know how many kids I got leaving, but come on in.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Man, so do you get back to Knoxville, man? When the last time you been to Knoxville, brother?
I actually went, I think maybe 4th of July. I think 4th of July, one of them holidays. I went back, hollered at mom's, grandma, hollered at my dad, and everything. My brother actually came. Yeah, my brother actually came. He's living in Charlotte now, so we kind of met there. We was like, you trying to go home this weekend? Surprise moms. So we did that, and mom, she was hyped. So
What is he doing there in Charlotte, man?
Man, he's just working, man. He was working in sales. He was working in marketing. He's just working, man. He's enjoying it. He likes that. I think he's falling in love with the city.
Yeah.
Man, I hear a lot of good things about Charlotte, man. You know, they saying Charlotte is up and coming. It's a good city for African Americans to kind of move to. A lot of them are moving there actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and it's really growing a lot. My dad's from there, and every time he goes back, he's like, man, I don't think y'all understand. This used to be just country, and now it's like a city now. Like people living there. Like he said, this is where I took my driver's test at. There was nothing but trees. Deer was running across the street. I was like, yeah, it ain't like that no more.
No, not at all.
Man, you should see certain things in Knoxville, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's changing here. It's doing the same things
For
here.
real?
Not as much as a Charlotte, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. So Rico, right now, man, how do you feel about the NBA? The state of the NBA. How do you feel about it?
I honestly don't watch as much unless it's watching Ja. But I don't know, man.
Keep it real.
It's just I'm not a big fan of the teaming up. I'm not a big fan of it, and everybody's gonna have their opinion, about what LeBron did with Miami and what KD did with the Warriors. Number one, they grown men, so they can do what they want. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sharing my opinion. I would rather the Warriors stay that Warrior team, the Thunder stay that Thunder team. You know what I'm saying? And them go at it. Because when you think about it, and this is kind of a business side of approach, what KD leaving did to the economy in Oklahoma City. You saw what happened when Brown left Cleveland the first time. Like business was going out. You know what I'm saying? He come back, and then them businesses back, the city back booming. So it's fun to watch. I haven't minded as much, the duos, the dynamic duos. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But it's when you get to them three, four, superstars on the team, it's like, okay, before the season even start, like before the season even started, you knew the Warriors and Cavs were gonna be in the finals. You know what I'm saying? It's just how many games are they gonna play? But it's a lot of good guards, man. I do enjoy watching, anytime Ja goes up against, a Kyrie, a Dame. Steph was hurt last year. I hope he gets back. Drew Holiday's a phenomenal player who doesn't get his just due in the league. Russ, CP. So I enjoy him, battling up against those dudes and holding his own. He's definitely a superstar in the making.
So yeah. So I asked that because not only are international players taking over the NBA, but they are also taking over college. So how you feel about that?
Well, that's honestly been going on. They take, I think, I can't remember the exact percentage, but it's like a third of the draft picks are European.
Yeah.
Whether they come over here and play immediately or not, that's beside the point. You know what I'm saying? So you got guys, leaving college early because they think they're getting drafted. Well, you know what I'm saying? If you're borderline second round, you might not get drafted because you're not taking into account, the international players that are going to get drafted. You know what I'm saying? You got the guys that leave early, you know what I'm saying? The Kentuckys, the Dukes, the one and dones, them first rounders. So if you're like borderline and you leave early, well then, you know what I'm saying, you're probably going to end up in the G League, which is not as bad at all. I'm not, throwing no slap on the G League, but I feel like in your mind you're leaving because you feel like you can get an NBA spot. And you know what I'm saying? That may not happen on the front end. You know what I'm saying? If you continue to work, you may eventually get there. But you're definitely right. International is, taking over the league as far as you got your Lucas, you got your, Jokers, so Giannis, Greek Freak. So they're taking over.
For sure, man. Man, you was talking about you do watch a lot of Ja play. Man, I tell you, I thought he would be a real good NBA player. I just wasn't expecting him to have the type of impact he had as quick as he had on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it, y'all. We're talking about a team that had like what, the second worst record in the league the year
They had
before.
them preseason. They had them finishing last.
Okay. Did they make they almost made the playoffs, didn't they?
Yeah, so they were the 8th seed when the NBA stopped, or
Yeah.
7th or 8th seed when the NBA stopped, and then I think they were within a game to try and get in. They had some injuries. Jaren Jackson got hurt. Justice Winslow got hurt, and that kind of hurt them. And then when Dame dropping 60 points a game, that's not gonna help you get in the playoffs either. But they were close to making it, and I mean, like you said, that kind of speaks on the leadership Ja has, which people weren't taking into account. That's kind of what he did here. He brings people together. All right, so he's able to connect with certain different demographics of people, and get them to come together and play. So it was cool to see. You know, he heard all the noise about how they were going to be really bad, and he plays with not a chip but a boulder on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I told Quez the same thing. Quez Glover, he plays with a boulder on his shoulder, not a chip, a boulder.
Yeah.
And
Right.
kind of the same thing with Ja. You can tell he's having fun out there, and that's one of the main things that I like watching him play.
Man, I felt like even when he was at Murray State, right, he brought a certain energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could easily see that just go through his whole team. Even when he left, I watched y'all play last year, and that was still y'all thing. Y'all still had some grit. Y'all got a lot of fight. Y'all got a lot of passion. You get what I'm saying? So it's cool to see that though, man.
Yeah, it's definitely that type of mentality is definitely a lasting impact. Because you've seen the formula to win. You saw what it takes. You know, of course, Ja's a phenomenal athlete, a phenomenal basketball player, but he has certain intangibles. And with him still being friends with people on the team now, you know, people that he, you know, came his high school graduating class with, they're still here. And, you know, he instilled some of those intangibles in them. So that's why, you know, of course we're gonna be coaches. We gotta hold people accountable, but I think y'all know this, when, you know, players hold each other accountable, that's how you win championships, not just coaches. When players hold each other accountable, that's when you have great teams.
Yeah. That's when it ain't no limit.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I hope we can get our freshmen there, Linwood.
Oh yeah, y'all be fine.
Hey, that's what we trying to get them boys at, man.
In
Sure.
due time.
Sure, man. So Rico, man, what would you tell these young kids, man, that's working on their game that you know, what do they need to do?
Put down the video games.
Put them down.
Put down the video games. Now, of course, you know, I'm not a hypocrite. You know, I played my share of video games as well, but it was more than a balance of, you know what I'm saying, getting in the gym and bring somebody with you. You know what I'm saying? Dribble moves against the cone. Well, the cone ain't trying to rip you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm playing one-on-one versus Linwood. He ain't no cone. He just ain't gonna stand there. You know what I'm saying? Linwood gonna try to block my shot. He gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, rip me. So a lot of these guys can do, you know, they're way more athletic than, you know, kind of my generation. They can do all the moves. They can do all the Kyrie. They can do all that. But when you get in the game, you don't know when to use those moves.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're dribbling against the cone, you can do that move. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you're gonna get by and go shoot a layup. Well, if I'm attacking Linwood, that move don't work. Now what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So get back to playing 21. Get back to playing, king of the hill, king of the court, and working on your moves, working on your game because, game on the line, me versus Wood, I got to read and react. I got to make my move. Oh, he cut me off, counter. Now I'm this way. Help comes up, dump it off to the big, finish. You can't do it. You can't necessarily do that. You know what I'm saying? Just working on cones. Now, that stuff is good to do, but there should be a balance. So that's what I would say the most. Getting back to playing against each other.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that, man.
But man, like you just said, the kids these days, man, the Monty Bates. I just seen a new kid come out of nowhere, EJ or something, J, throwing it off the backboard, want to get it. I said, "Oh my goodness, I'm glad I don't play now."
Yeah, I think you're talking about J.D. Davidson.
Oh yeah, no, I know about him.
That's him.
I know about him thoroughly, man. I got a story about him actually, man.
I got to hear this.
47 that game.
Man, no pun intended though, y'all. Got to tell you this story though. Hold up.
I'm gonna need some water first.
Oh, I need some water on this story, man, because I couldn't believe it. So Linwood, we go down to Georgia, down to old Lake Point, 6th grade. Supposed to be a 6th grade tournament. Now, at Lake Point, this is the regulation side. It's the big boy courts. They got a dude getting the rebound, throwing the baseball pass down the court, the length of the court. He doing it better than me, coach. And I'm a grown man. Guys catching the ball, trying to dunk on people. I'm like, man, something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Y'all, I protested the tournament. I protested them, man. Hey, that's the only time I ever protested, man. I'm going to say it on camera. I actually protested because I knew these dudes was too old, man. I couldn't let it go, bro. They was just too old.
Don't make sense, man.
Hey, come to find out, they end up they didn't get disqualified because they had fake birth certificates or whatever. You know what I mean? About 2 years later, I see this kid playing. Now he all over YouTube, and he's not in the age group. You know what I'm saying? He playing like 2 age groups up, bro. You feel me? But anyway, J.D. Davidson got some hops though. You know what I'm saying? For sure, man. He definitely got.
Yeah, that video. I think the same one that we're talking about. Man, jumped like behind the 3-point line, threw it off the glass.
Yeah.
Run, jump it, and he could have made it. He missed it.
Yeah.
But still, what is going on? He did it between the legs during the game.
In the game.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
a different breed.
That block he got? He put somebody's stuff on the backboard. I swear he almost hit his whole face on the backboard, dog.
Yeah.
He had to give ground because he was gonna hit his face on the backboard, man. That's how high he was.
Yeah, I think Drake tweeted it the other day. What are they feeding these dudes, man?
Hey, man, we get better over time. That's the way I say. That's what I say.
Hey, you definitely learned about that.
Man, for sure, man. So, Rico, man, I'm going to tell you, man, we definitely looking forward to you being a head coach in the future, dog.
Definitely.
You know, whatever program that decides to pull the trigger on you, man, in the future, man, they're going to be blessed to have you. And hopefully, you know, we'll be able to see that, man, and definitely celebrate that, man, and as a win for Knoxville, man.
For sure, man. For sure. It's definitely, I mean, a lot of the people I grew up with, they're trying to do great things, but, you know what I'm saying, they're not forgetting about Knoxville as well because you can't, man. People got to see that. You know what I'm saying? I know T always put on for Oak Ridge, T. Higgins, you know what I'm saying? He, no matter what, people got to see that you can do great things coming from these cities. You know, it's not a lot of opportunity, you know what I'm saying, in Knoxville, Oak Ridge, whatever it may be, but you know what I'm saying? You can make it anywhere. You just as good as anybody, you know, coming out of anywhere else. So I appreciate the positive energy. I appreciate the love, you know what I'm saying? And definitely it's always you gotta stay real and put on for Knox.
Definitely.
For sure. So, Coach, the only other thing, man, before we let him go, Coach, we got you on camera, man. Make sure we get the Murray State hoodies, man. Extra large.
Extra large.
Extra large. Before Christmas, Coach.
Before Christmas.
Hey, I want mine before Christmas, man.
Hey, man, I take mine whenever, as long as I get it.
Bet. Well, I'm Wood, send me the address, man. I got y'all.
Come on, Coach, man. Coach, man, we love you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Power forward, baby.
For sure. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.